Does a video hearing hurt your case? That is such a wide open subjective question. I'm always going to give the standard typical attorney answer. It really depends. Because the idea of the video hearing was to loosen up the backlog that a lot of your local hearing offices were having and to give you the opportunity to get your hearing done faster as opposed to sooner. Great concept and application and in theory. But the reality is that there's one universal thing that doesn't change. You're still dealing with you're still dealing with real life individuals. Now, it really kind of depends upon your circumstances. Like there are some people who will say, I would prefer to deal with a judge locally as opposed to have to look at a judge who's from a remote location. Because typically in most instances of a video hearing is either going to be one of two things. Either one, it's going to be a National Hearing Center location, which is going to be somebody in a state much further from yours, or it could be in your area, but since you're not right there, they have you go to a location that's closer. Let me give you a good example. I had a hearing, and for those of you who may have, just kind of give you a bearing here, I had a hearing with a client who was, I think they were located in Titusville. Their hearing office was the Orlando, Florida hearing office. Well, let me tell you, Titusville's on the coast of Florida. Orlando's in the middle of the state. That's about an hour and a half jump. However, there was a remote location the hearing office had, and it was in Melbourne. Well, Melbourne's probably about 30 minutes away from Titusville. So what happened was that the person could travel from Titusville to Melbourne. Their judge stayed in Orlando, and they had a video hearing like that. That's not an uncommon situation. So I know that this may sound weird, but I'm just going to probably break it down succinctly here. It really just depends. If you want to be in front of a real live person, not somebody you see on a big old jumbo screen, the right is yours. You can still ask for that. You don't have to just because you're going before. You can say, I elect to not because I prefer to go to a local judge. Its choice is totally up to you. But again, I defer. You want to check to see, what do you know about this judge? Don't shoot yourself in the foot. It kind of goes both ways because you don't know. Because you could have a judge who's a tough judge who's on a video say, I want somebody local, and the judge you get local is tougher. So at the end of the day, it really is up to you. The video hearings ultimately are designed to give you the opportunity to have your hearing sooner than later, or to provide you a greater level of convenience to have a hearing at a particular location so you're not having to drive all over the place for your hearing. A video hearing, in terms of how it hurts you, is really more of a subjective thing than anything else. But the preference in terms of whether you want to have one is typically up to you.